Can you guys spot the difference? We're gonna do a photo shoot battle, a $4,000 camera, which is a Sony A7RV, and the Sony ZV-E10 Mark II. They're obviously different. I've talked about both these cameras throughout my YouTube channel, but on this video, it's gonna be just photos. And we're using the same lens. Can you guys spot the difference? Do you really need to spend the $4,000, or can this $1,000 camera do enough to get you money? And honestly, just create the shots that you guys want. At the end of the day, is it the camera or is it just the person behind the camera? Today, that's what we're gonna find out. And now we're gonna bring in the model for today, and it's gonna be actually the first shot of the day.
Make the night red, hoot and holler till we're dead. We're down to turn up.
So right now we're looking at both photos. So far between the two cameras, I will say the A7R5, the LCD screen is a lot more vibrant. If like as a model, as a person, if you were to work with a photographer, like does it make a big difference as far as like, oh, I can see myself crystal clear, or the $1,000 one matches with it?
Yeah, it's definitely a little more vibrant on this one. It just looks like a little bit more like dynamic. Yeah, like it pops a little bit more, but in terms of like the quality wise, like it looks like the same quality, honestly.
Yeah, I was shocked. $4,000. And again, same lens. So we did use the Sigma 50mm 1.4. I shot them both wide open because I know you guys will be able to tell crop sensor. Normally you don't get the same shallow depth of field. As she mentioned, basically looking at both cameras, the LCD screen on this one is a lot more vibrant. So if I'm showing a client, it's just much more clear. Like you could show somebody and they'll be excited with the photos, but $3,000 difference, give me this for this one. So far, LCD screen, that's a good camera. So Sony ZV-E10 Mark II for photos. That's good, but now let's go on to the next shot. I will say a little bit on this side, right in front of that part. Yeah, there you go. So now there's one downfall right now that I want to pinpoint when it comes to this Sony ZV-E10 Mark II. Photos look amazing. However, there is one drawback that I completely forgot when it comes to this camera, and it doesn't have IBIS built in. With a 50mm, technically on this crop sensor camera, it's basically like an 85mm, 80mm. And any little movement, the shots won't be in focus. They'll be blurred out. They might look good on the LCD screen, but if you zoom in, they're a little blurry. That is one drawback from a $1,000 camera to a higher end camera like the A7R5. The IBIS does tend to help. If you want to shoot at a slower shutter speed, you're able to get away with it on the A7R5 as long as the model stays in place. But with this one, you're gonna have to go higher on the shutter. Downfall with that though, with this camera, it's already lacking low light because it's a crop sensor. It doesn't get a lot of lighting in the sensor. So that means ISO has to go higher. And with a crop sensor camera, they're not good when it comes to low light. So just remember that whenever you guys are shooting with this type of camera, you technically got to boost intensity stronger. The A7R5 is way better in low light. It still lacks, but because it's a full frame, you're able to get more light in the sensors. You need some powerful lighting in order to compensate for this, but I do have the lighting. Right now, I'm used to shooting with full frame, so that's where it helps me. But in a situation like this, where you're trying to like run and gun, I mean, you have to bring stronger lights. That's the only thing that I will recommend when it comes to like quick shoots like this.
But anyways, let me show you guys cam A and cam B, and at the end, we'll reveal which camera took the photo.
So right now we're about to do another side-by-side comparison with the model. So it's a $1,000 camera, this is a $4,000 camera.
Because I feel like it looks really similar, but I feel like this one is just more crisp. So I feel like this one almost feels like it has like a smooth effect on it, which I know that it doesn't have anything on it, but it feels like this one almost has like a little bit smooth, but then this one is just where you see all of the features really crisply.
Yeah, like I agree with her as well. This one has way much more detail. I'll know when I'm editing as far as how much detail, because like at the end of the day, the editing is gonna like bring out the rest of it. But overall, you can't tell a difference. Now this one is a little bit warmer, more defined, more detail. I mean, it's a $4,000 camera. You're gonna get these type of things. You expect these type of things. If you were a photographer starting today, like anyone watching it out there, would you jump from, would you buy this straight up because it's $4,000 and gives you all these features? Or you think this is kind of like, it's keeping up?
Listen, if I was a billionaire,
right?
But no, honestly,
decision, like if you just like,
I would say, I mean, it's if I was like just doing a shoot and someone had this one and was showing me these photos, I would still be happy. I would still like them.
Well, that's pretty much it. Before we kind of wrap this video off, I do want to give you guys one of the biggest takeaways from this video. In case you guys didn't catch it, lighting is everything. So while yes, both photos look good from the ZV-E10 Mark II and the Sony A7RV, keep in mind, whether you spend $4,000 or you spend $1,000, that does not mean you're gonna get good photos. You still need the lighting, and that's kind of what you guys saw in every photo. There was lighting involved. Lighting makes up for every part of the image. Now, me doing it for 10 years, testing them side by side, honestly, the A7RV works for me just because I've been doing it for so long. I know the little things that help me, such as like the IBIS, that plays a big role. Having more light, meaning less lighting or less power, just helped me more. Having the full depth, like as far as like there's more depth in the photo, there's more to show because it's a full sensor compared to crop sensor. But if you're up and coming, or you've been doing it for a little bit and you want to step up, or you want to get into photo, whatever the case may be, this camera's not bad. Look, the way I break it down is $1,000, right? This is $4,000, just the camera. So $1,000, and then if you were to get this 50mm 1.4 Sigma, you can find a use for like 600 bucks. So match both of these, that's $1,600. That basically leaves you with an extra $2,400 to buy lights and maximize this. Compared to this, you're just getting the body for $4,000. Camera body or camera lens or two lenses, and on top of that, you're able to maximize it with some lights as well, which lighting makes the camera, it brings out the best of a camera. So I do want to emphasize on that, but if you put them side by side, you won't know the difference. But if I just came to the shoot with this camera, I would have been excited with the shots I got today because the camera does deliver. But again, I've been doing this for 10 years. If I had to choose, I'm gonna go with this one just because I know all the little things are gonna help me, but you don't need it. But this camera is a really good camera. I highly recommend it for anyone out there that wants to get into photos. And I am gonna make a part 2 video on this camera versus my Sony A7S3, which that's strictly video. And we're gonna compare video to video and see which one's better. So if you guys wanna stick around, make sure you guys subscribe, like this video, hit that bell notification for any future uploads. Next video is gonna be dope, I promise you guys. Anyways, catch y'all next time. Daddy right here. This is Daddy and this is Son.